Cardano 2022, a step in the right direction forward. A year of innovation, learning, growth, governance, and scalability. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Thank you for cruising by. Hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. It really means a lot to me. We're going to talk about some things. We're really not going to dig too much into the charts. I want to go over this big news from today. I want to use the weekly chart to kind of discuss the technical achievements and the direction of Cardano going into 2022. But let's start here. It's happening. I'm grateful to be having Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, on the show as we kick off 2022. Stay tuned for more details. So more details definitely will come probably later in this week, but it's sooner than later. It's definitely sooner than later. I can tell you that. And if you're in the comment section right now, leave a comment. I do want to try and get a couple comments from the community, thought provoking. If you have a thought provoking comment, question, put it down there in the comments below. Maybe I'll pick a couple of those. I think it could be cool, but I want to do a really good job in this interview, so hopefully I can do it justice. Going to do my best. Really happy that we can start 2022 with something like this to really dig into what's in store for 2022 for Cardano. This tweet, it got some traction, right? In 7 hours, it's over 5,000 likes. That's pretty good to see. Some traction, but it also stirred the pot a little bit in regards to some things, namely my multiple stake pools. And I actually want to talk about that at the end of this video. And I want some of your opinions on some things. So stay tuned for that. But let's talk about it. 2022 for Cardano. First off, I tweeted this the other day. I said, nice things being said about Cardano by both Forbes Crypto and CoinDesk in the last 24 hours. What is going on here? And I just kind of posted like a couple of those tweets. Here's a Forbes crypto tweet. Cardano is an Ethereum rival that distinguishes itself by being a proof of stake network. ADA, that's Cardano's token, is therefore much more energy efficient. What is so interesting to me is, how did I not like this, by the way? What's so interesting to me is, like, Cardano's been like a top 10 for a while now, right? It was a top 3 not long ago, making crazy moves in 2021. What a year. And I'm happy that Forbes Crypto is tweeting something like this, but it's very informational, right? Like, hey, we're gonna tell you about ADA, Cardano's token. It's just kind of like, why wait so long to do that? And that's kind of why I tweeted this. Like, what is going on here? Because CoinDesk also, with kind of it's a more positive article than anything. Cardano versus Ethereum. Can ADA solve Ether's problems? And then it just says competition in decentralized application space is heating up, and Cardano is looking to become a major contender. You think so? Cardano's is looking to become a major contender. If real quick, if we use this chart, not for pricing data, but just for an illustration of time, the timeline of Cardano, this is a weekly chart. So when we're talking about decentralization, a contender in decentralization blockchains, this was a Shelley staking mechanism. This was a Shelley hard fork all the way back in July of 2020, like a year and a half ago. That's how many moves Cardano has been making. And right now, for a while, Cardano has had, in my opinion, the best staking in crypto. It is by far the best operating. It's the best protocol. And so this article, it goes on to just cover a list of different things, right? It talks about Ethereum real quick. And then it says 3 lessons Cardano learned from Ethereum, right? Architecture. It's divided into 2 layers. Consensus mechanism. We just talked briefly about that. And approach. But here's what kind of stuck out to me, and specifically a couple of these points. 5 key problems Cardano aims to solve. This first one. This is one of the larger issues with proof of work blockchains, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. Even though the initial version of Ethereum addresses some of the scalability issues of Bitcoin, it is still not capable of handling millions of users. With the launch of Ethereum 2.0, the network could eventually handle up to 100,000 transactions per second, but Cardano is working to reach millions of transactions per second thanks to Hydra, a second layer solution built on top of Ouroboros. You can think of it as an extension meant to improve the network, like adding an external memory or card reader to your laptop. So when we're talking about the roadmap, right, these eras of Cardano, when we're talking about scalability, we're looking at the Basho era. And this is a really, really big deal. This solving the scalability issue, interoperability, sustainability, governance. Cardano intends to host a stakeholder voting system in the form of a decentralized autonomous organization once the final stage of its development, uh, named Voltaire, is fully deployed. So we have scalability equals Basho, and then we have governance equals Voltaire. And this is, according to IOHK, I believe IOHK, the final piece of the self-sustaining protocol, which is this governance system where really the governance of Cardano, the decision making at a protocol level is up to you all, Cardano stakeholders. And that's really, really big. So with Voltaire, Cardano community will make meaningful decisions related to technical improvements, software updates, and funding decisions. Talk about decentralization. Now, and that goes on. Cardano still has a lot to prove, and it does, right? But I think a big piece of it for me is Cardano has already proved itself so much, right? It's been hitting check boxes, and we use this roadmap. Uh, we use the charts as a roadmap a lot with the Shelley staking mechanism, the Mary hard fork, and the multi-asset ledger, the Lonzo hard fork, and smart contracts most recently. Just these stepping stones, these achievements, and all the while it seems Cardano has just been ignored, right? It's just been ignored. Which leads me back to this tweet. Like, what is going on here? It's not, that's an interesting way to. When was this? This tweet was. The tweets were pretty recently, right? This was January 1st. This was the new year of 2022. But speaking of those two things, though, in particular, governance and scalability, I wanted to show a quick clip. This was from December 30th, the Cardano 360. Really quick clip of Charles.
And we are well on our way to complete Basho and Voltaire next year, as well as iterate and refine the things that have come in the past. For example, the staking experience with Shelley and the smart contract development experience with Goguen.
So that sticks out to me a lot, right? A couple things, actually. Number one, we have the scalability and governance in 2022, right? We're talking about Basho and Voltaire in 2022. That's what Charles just said. So I'm really, really intrigued when we're looking at kind of this as a roadmap visualization of what's to come for these technical achievements and milestones. All this space here for 2022. It's going to be fun to track that. It's really going to be fun to track that data. But the other thing that he said in regards to this video was iterations, improving things that are already in existence, the staking that we just talked about, improving that. It's already great, but it does there are some things, a lot of things probably, that could be very much improved. And the fact that that will be even refined even more is huge. And then smart contracts, same thing. Smart contracts are very new on Cardano, even already being utilized to build. We see a lot of DeFi projects already coming to fruition. So 2021, great year. You can even look at this chart. 2020, great year. But 2022, it seems like it's all really coming together. And I think the Basho and Voltaire eras are really big pieces of that. So as we go into 2022, we see Cardano making moves in terms of technical achievements. We see innovations. And this is one of the reasons I like Cardano, is because of the way that it's built, because of the research behind it, but also because of the way that it's tested, right? And also the way that through the building, the team has just seemed like it's been open to things not working and pivoting properly, pivoting correctly, and calmly pivoting, right? And then the last piece to this that I wanted just to mention is this. There's a reason, I think this was from today. There's a reason Cardano is number one in GitHub commits, says ADA founder Charles Hoskinson. Cardano creator Charles Hoskinson discussed where decentralized applications and their developments are headed in 2022 as they work to create a decentralized financial suitable environment for Cardano. And the quote that stuck out to me, I just wanted to read real quick, is this one right here. There's a reason we're number one in GitHub commits. It's not that some person sitting in a warehouse somewhere just randomly clicking a button. It's because there are so many people, so much stuff, so much effort that's going on. The work we do is beneficial to everyone. It's patent free, it's open source, and we as a community are solving the hard problems. So not only have we seen the technical milestones, we're taking part in um, the the consensus mechanism, right? We're staking. It's an amazing staking mechanism, but this thing is very much open source. I like how he puts it. It's patent free, right? And then we top onto that governance that's coming in 2022. And by the way, Catalyst is already that first step towards governance. And now over 2 million assets on Cardano, right? Um, Over 2 million assets issued on Cardano. And it's just like I see the growth of it. I see all of these stepping stones just leading to the next milestone. And it seems like it's coming together rather nicely. And I'm pretty hype about it. And I'm really pretty hype about all the projects that are building on Cardano. I think about World Mobile just right off the top of my head, connecting the unconnected. And the people that can be served through a blockchain like this. That's exciting. I know we track the charts all the time, but the people that can be served through a blockchain like this, what's happening on the other end, right? And that's really cool to me. So projects like World Mobile are just they're awesome, and it can really have a huge impact on the world that we live in. So that's that. Cardano 2022, big things I think in store. Price wise, it is what it is. It's testing support right now in the 6 hour. I don't want to talk about price in this video. Lastly, I mentioned, this tweet about having Charles on the channel. It got a bit of attention. Like it stirred the pot a little bit with some people, a lot of people, mostly awesome feedback, right? I'm excited about this. It seems like a lot of people are excited about this, and hopefully we can learn a lot from the interview and everything. But it stirred the pot in particular with multi stake pools. And I'm not here to complain, right? I'm really not. I'm here to have kind of a conversation with y'all. You're the community. We're in this together type of deal. I've been just kind of growing and learning alongside of you, and we're doing that together. So I want to have this conversation. I did tweet this just to kind of put some foundation to what we're talking about after I got all of this crazy feedback. It's just so much of it negative, everybody. You don't even know what my notifications look like. It's crazy as a human being to read some of this stuff about yourself. Like people literally sit out there, even if it's semi like decent, like it's not even terrible, but they just like it's weird to see people, so many people at once break down and criticize and judge and basically break down your character as if they know you, right? Online. It's crazy to see it, just your phone blowing up with that stuff. And most of it's wrong because none of these people know me at all. None of these people know my heart at all. And they don't even take the time to try. They don't even take the time to try. But I just said it's crazy how so many people on the platform, they hate me, they spread lies about me, yet know nothing about me. Not one of these people has ever reached out for genuine discussion with me about their concerns. They don't realize their hate only motivates me to love them even more. This was a learning thing for me, like through social media, Twitter stuff, notifications, the haters, the people that are negative. At first, it hits you, man. It hits your pride, it hits your heart, it hits your mind, it gets to you. I'm human. Anybody online, I don't care who it is, the negativity it can very much get to you. But I've really learned to love these people, no matter what they're saying and who they are. Sometimes it's a bummer to read a lot of the stuff. But on top of that, putting that aside, I do want to figure some things out. And we're learning as we go here. Crypto Capital Venture, we have 5 stake pools. Here they are, right? Let's break this down. We have 5 stake pools that I'm excited about, that I'm happy with. There is a 6th. It's a ticker CCV5. Be careful of that. That's a scammer. So there's 5 total. And a lot of the hate that I get, they use this whole multi-stake pool operator as kind of the vehicle to project their hate on me, their judgment on me, their judgment of me as a terrible person because I have 5 stake pools in a cryptocurrency blockchain called Cardano. I'm a terrible person. That's the gist of it. Now, my question as I step outside of that, and how ridiculous for people to judge my character on something like this, call me greedy, right? And even most recently, we announced that 50% of our profits are going to be donated. Place of hope is a huge piece of this. Sarah and I have such a big vision for this. I want to have place of hope on the channel. I really want to get involved with them and really brainstorm some really sick things. But beyond that, even, right, doing good in that regard and trying to strive in that regard. The question here is this for all of you, everybody watching, maybe even some of my haters out there. I hustled like a lot to build this YouTube channel. There were days and just days and days and days, weeks and weeks and weeks, years to build the channel. A lot of that time, like no reward really, not much any reward in it for me. It was just hustle. It was just sacrifice of my time as I was building other things. And that allowed me after years and years and years to be in a position where, hey, I'm into Cardano. I see the potential. I see what's happening. The protocol allows it, the multi-pools. Some people frown down on it, but it allowed me with a growing community, just all of you awesome people out there, for us to do this together, right? I have the pools and we're growing, and I'm kind of creating these pools as they grow and creating a resource for all of you to delegate if you want to be part of it with me, right? And it's your choice. I'm not forcing anybody to do this. And the question is though, with all of the everything that I've built, and it is what it is right now, we have multi pools, whether you agree with it or not. Even if you're like, hey, it's cool, keep going, keep making pools. The question is this. I get attacked so much that I have multiple pools, but I don't think I've had one person approach me with an idea, approach me with a solution. I'm the type of person, if for my own self, like I don't like to complain about something if I'm not going to offer a solution, like a way that's better, right? I have a growing platform. I feel very grateful. I've been very excited with the momentum of growth. I've been very excited to launch multiple pools. And I've been trying to navigate it in a way that's not greedy, because people call me greedy because I have multiple pools. I'm making money off of the pools. I do as a pool operator, right? Um, but I strive to make sure it's not in a greedy way. I strive to make sure that as we grow, we're doing good things. Hence the 50% to profits. Hence, let's try and brainstorm with places like Place of Hope and what they're doing down in Florida. And I want to talk more about that. But what could I do? And this is where the question is. Like the question remains. I haven't gotten solutions. What ideas are there? As a community, like I'm open to ideas of how I can help, but I just think there's a fine line between helping, finding a cool idea, an innovative idea to help, and just like picking losers and winners. Like, what am I going to sit here and do? Just provide free airtime and just randomly pick a pool and just, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't seem very fair or decentralized either. And so I don't know the solution is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the solution is. Um, I'm kind of tired of being attacked by it. And I know so many people say ignore that, but I am also the person that I do like to try and come up with solutions. As this community grows, I do want to do good for the Cardano ecosystem. I always look at it like I'm providing a ton of free content for people to learn about Cardano, for people to learn about price, to see the opportunities from a data perspective. I work really hard to do that. And so um, people that are supporting me in that regard through these stake pools, I'm extremely appreciative of. But at the same time, I am open to cool ideas. I am open to seeing how I can even further help the community. Um, but I just don't agree with this whole thing about my 5 stake pools is making Cardano decentralized. I don't agree with that. But I'm totally game to have open, polite, fair, respectful conversations to see how a platform like mine could help with smaller pools and could help with the decentralization of Cardano. So wanted to throw that out there. Like it's just me throwing it out there. I don't have any answers. I really don't. I've sat and I've thought, I've brainstormed for months, um, and I just haven't thought of anything perfectly amazing as an idea just yet. So wanted to throw it out there. Also vent a little bit, needed to vent. Um, but I'm really excited about this interview, and I appreciate all of you coming by. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.